Just waiting for everyone to come in. Okay, we're live.
We're live. Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10:30. I think if you remember last week, we said last Saturday's live is probably going to be one of our best ever. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think this week's live that we're doing right now is going to be even better than last week. What happened this week was incredible. Opportunities set up galore. And what's even more, I'm looking at lists of another group of opportunities. This volatility, this rotation, which I think people aren't recognizing, starting to recognize, is creating opportunities in every sector. Talked about rotation. We said by the time people realize exactly what it is, it's going to take a few weeks. It's probably going to be 50, 60, 70% done. And then they're going to try to get in. Meanwhile, they're just going to exaggerate or speed up these opportunities. What happened this week? Something that we've been on since May. We've been making videos about it. We've been keeping you followed, telling you exactly the way I've been trading it is the price of silver. Now, silver is the murmur word or the buzzword around the planet, okay? Perfect for someone who's like myself, who's got over 4 decades of experience, okay? And one thing I noticed it this week with my little network around the world. You know, guys, I've been, for 30, 40 years. When it comes to silver, I'm getting the phone calls. And even them are getting, I can't figure some of this out. And I'm being very serious. I'm looking at you right here. I have not been uncomfortable once trading silver. What we've been waiting to happen has been happening. Okay? It just gets there. You got to wait for it to happen again this week. Let me show you. Price of silver. Okay, you're following our videos. We said last week, 2 weeks ago, we said, watch when you come back. You're not going to believe where the price of silver is if you're so parabolic. Then when we got in, if you belong to the group, we said, guys, this thing could bounce into the low 90s, which is very healthy. And then the next wave down, that should be it. The physical side should take over. What happened this week? We had that one crazy night, went down here, and what did it bounce? Into the low 90s. We had no silver on. Okay. Then Thursday night came and market made newer lows. The market got scared because of what happened in crypto. That was the opportunity. Okay. What did we do? We bought silver right here. Now, sometimes you're going to say, yeah, you bought silver here. Okay. You belong to the group. I'm just to show you, because we're going to come back to this. Okay. I think I go here, right? Okay. Okay. This is the group. Okay, guys?
I'll put it on the...
okay. I got to put it on here. All right. Okay. That happened Thursday night. Okay. Futures. We're trading futures. Thursday night, it was 7:20 p.m. Okay, guys, we waited the whole time. We bought platinum futures, which also bounced $200 at 7:06. We bought our silver position. We bought silver futures here at the 65.30 area. Okay, I'm not making it up. 65.30 area. What is this, guys? 65. We got down to 64 bucks. Still have it on because these we were trading. I'm not selling this silver. I think this silver has got room. I still have it on, and I think this is it because I've been watching things. I noticed things. That's why I got the phone calls. I noticed things this time down the last couple of times in the plumbing of silver. Something that maybe I have a little more experience than most because I've done it for all this time. I recognize things that other people don't recognize. Okay, not just experience, not because I'm smarter than anybody else. Okay, but this was the spot. I don't think silver's going below $65 for a while. If I do, then I'm going to give back this profit that I got now. Okay, but what did we do there? We bought silver. We bought platinum, as you could see. Okay, if you guys say, yeah, it's right there. And you want to know something? If you belong to the group on Thursday night, I think we all did okay. I just put out what I'm doing, and I think they got involved. And look what happened to silver. Look what happened to platinum.
We have some questions on this silver.
Let's go. Let's get it now because I'm going to come back to it.
So a lot of questions because a lot of people aren't familiar with the futures trading in silver.
Yes.
What is the ticker that you're looking at?
Okay, that was March silver futures. Okay, now listen, what's going on in silver, they're raising margins. Yeah, if you want to trade just one futures contract, because futures contract in silver has been the same standard, the same spec, they call it, forever. 5,000 ounces per contract. That's fine. But when silver goes from $30 to $130 that fast, the contract is too expensive. You have to think of what you're putting up. because usually it's a percentage of the amount of ounces. So now something they call micros, where you could trade 1,000 ounces. They're creating a new one on the CME called, I don't know what they're going to call it. They're going to trade 100 ounces. So the public can trade this. Okay. In the interim, I'm still trading them, and I'm trading the big ones. Okay. Because I like the regular silver contract. So that's March silver. Let me put it up for you. SIH 25. 26, excuse me. 26. Okay. That's the silver contract. Okay. Guys, ask any questions you want. There's nothing to hide here. If you belong to the group, you're just recapping what we did this week. So you want to talk about silver, or we're going to keep going?
So as far as trading silver now, physical, people want to get into physical now.
Too hard. It's too hard. Yes, you can trade physical. Okay, you got to find the right miners, or you're going to pay $5, $6, $7. You were paying $5, $6, $7 over silver when it's trading 110. Okay, now it's trading down. In the 70s, you're still paying $5, $6, $7 over. So you're paying too much for silver. You're paying too many. You got to pay tax. You got to pay premiums. You got to pay the commission. You got to pay the person that's going to give you the silver. It's too much. Okay, we're trading the future. The futures are exaggerated. They're giving us a chance. Okay, if you find someone that wants to trade silver, yeah, my opinion is I have my silver physical on. I'm looking to buy more also.
Eagle Horn's asking about spot silver ETF.
Yes, spot silver. And you're talking about the SLV. Okay, the SLV, we've showed you that a few times. We think you don't get priced properly when you have extreme moves. And we think it happened again. When silver got to $120, okay, price of silver got, now you have a spot ETF. Shouldn't your ETF be $120? Okay, you tell me what the high in SLV was. 110. Where's the $10? Okay, they charge you for costs. Okay, they charge you the cost of carry, which you can take on your own. But why should you have to pay for insurance, storage, and all that? You didn't get properly paid. Okay, that's my point. Okay, so that's where you got to watch yourself. Meanwhile, on the way down, the low in silver, right, was $65. What's the low here in SLV? $65. So it's in line here. It's not in line up here. We've been saying this for 2 years. The silver ETF is not going to pay you properly when it gets out of line. And it went out of line when it was 120. Now it's in line. Now it's back in line.
And some people are asking, did you buy silver mining stocks?
Yes, we did. I'm going to show you the ones we bought. You got to know which ones to buy. Okay, there's a lot of them. People say, I want to buy silver stocks. I want to just buy gold. You got to know what they do. Are they intrinsic? Do they hedge? Are they financing? What are they looking for? This is something I've been doing for decades. So I have the ones that I like a lot. And we bought a bunch as a group. Hang on a second. I'm just going to look over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we bought 6 mining stocks this week between gold and silver. Okay, so yes, we are buying them.
Okay, let's see what else is here for silver. A lot of people are asking, should we buy in this pullback like you did?
Yeah, but we bought it. We bought the extreme when you got to get to the exact spot. I'm going to get rid of this ETF. The hell out of here. Okay, the futures. Okay, now you want to buy it. You want to buy it $10, $12 higher from where we bought it. Less than 24 hours ago, almost. If you think about it in trading hours. Okay, so now you're paying $10 higher. I told you I'm not selling mine. The one I bought here, these I bought to trade. Okay. Now this caused this, and this was my spot. The group, if you belong to the group, you just seen it. This I am not selling. I want to hold this one going into, and this is a March futures contract. I actually think there could be, doesn't mean it's going to happen. There could be some crazy things happen as you go into expiry, as you go into delivery. People may want to say, I might want to say, listen, I want the silver ounces, and they might not be there. And then you could have one of the wildest things you've seen on the planet. So that's why I'm going to hold this one for a while. I think it's going a lot higher from here, but if I bought it at 65 and I missed it now at 75 or 78, I want to wait till Sunday night before I chase it.
All right, next question here. Let's see. That was a good question. I just missed it. Okay, so some of the silver mining stocks, a lot of people are asking, which stocks are you looking at right now?
Okay, and like I said, if you call your broker or your portfolio manager, go, I want to buy silver stocks. Okay, you know what? It's like walking in on one of those rows in Long Island and say, I want to buy a car. Okay, because they got 20 dealerships. What do you want to buy? Do you want to buy something that's going to give you intrinsic value? You want to give you something that's going to be slow-term value, passive value? Or you want to be something that's going to move like silver? I like to, since I like to, I look to trade. I don't look to invest because I think these are hard investable markets. So I look for something to trade. So I look for something that's intrinsic. You know what I think is intrinsic in silver is something like an EXK. And I didn't get a chance to buy EXK. Okay. Well, I did. The ones I did buy, I bought Coeur d'Alene. Okay. And that's one that if you call your broker, he's going to say, there's two stocks you want to buy. You want to buy CDE Coeur d'Alene or you want to buy HL, which is Heckler. Those are the two silver stocks. Those are the public ones. I have that also. Okay. I bought all these this week.
So this one is HL.
This is HL. This is the one I think the public likes. They like Heckler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, HL. And then they like Coeur d'Alene, CDE. I think this is when you ask someone who's a professional want to buy silver stock. I think those are the two names they're going to give you. And I did buy those, but I bought other ones too. Okay, as you can see. So we bought them down here. And I think they're going to go. And I think if silver's going to go, then all we got to do is get back above here. And we're going to try these levels again. Okay, so I patiently, if you belong to the group, since January, we're saying, when are we getting in silver? You're telling me how bullish you are. I said, yes, I am super bullish, but you have to wash people out. And we waited all of January, and it worked. And now it's working. Okay, we waited to buy these stocks because if you bought them on the way up, there's no way you sold them because the mania, the crescendo was getting louder and louder. So if you bought them in January, you're riding that. You said, no way, I'm not letting this go. And I felt the same way. I said, boy, I hope I didn't miss this. I said, it can't get like this. And then what happened? You didn't get a chance to even say, you know what, you're right, let me cash some out. You didn't get a chance because you had the wildest commodity down move 2 Fridays ago, not last Friday, the Friday ago. You had the largest commodity move on the downside history of commodities. Okay, so you didn't even get a chance to say, let me cash in.
All right, next question here. Gunny Hartman's asking about PAAS.
Gunny is the man. Let me tell you something. If you want to know someone, he's been with the group for years. If you got to tell me the top 5 people I got respect for, Gunny is one of them. Okay, total gentleman both ways. Okay, when you get banged around, everybody gets banged around, and so does myself. Total gentleman. When you make money, he congratulates you when you're right, and when you're wrong, you know you're wrong. You don't need somebody throwing it at you. Total gentleman. This is Pan American Silver, another one that I bought. I'm only telling you what I'm doing. This one, I think, this is more. If you want action in silver, you want to be more intrinsic. You want to move live with silver. Pan American is one. Pan American is out of all these equities in silver. This is one that's very spot related, closest to being spot physical silver related. So I think this one's going to go too. Okay, I like Pan American. I was looking to buy more. See, I had other spots. I had other spots for Pan American just in case. And if Thursday night the stocks were open, they weren't open. When silver collapsed, I think I would have spots. But I think now we're going to go higher. Thanks, Gunny.
Okay, how about the next stock here I see? What about EXK?
EXK, that one I didn't buy. I want to get that one. That one was good to us last year. It didn't pull back to where I wanted it. That's one I want to buy too. I like this one. This one is not physical. It's nothing. It's just, it gives you good action if you have a silver view. I was waiting a little bit more to buy. I didn't get this one. I like this one. Okay, and this one is another one. I thought if we were open Thursday night, I would have been able to buy my spots. I would have got them here. But I think EXK is going to go higher. I'm not chasing. I don't chase things. Okay, I got a bunch on. I'm just not going to buy every one on the board, but I like EXK.
All right. Do you still recommend buying silver bars?
Silver bars, if you could buy them now, yes. Anything that's below $80, in my opinion, between 80 and 70, even down to 65, I still like physical silver. Yes. If you want to sell some physical silver, figure out how to track me down.
We have some people asking if they would like to join. Guys, we're going to go over that later. After we review our stocks, we usually go over how you guys can join. But if you're looking to join now, head to our website, RNTR.trading, or the link is at the top of our profile on our social media feeds.
Yeah. Guys, this is serious times that you get unbelievable opportunities, and it's being created because of what's going on in the world, what's going on with tariffs, going on with interest rates, going on with the dollar. And you have a stock market that's very crowded, which I'm going to bring up to you also. And that's why I think where that money is going to go is going to create even more opportunities. And that's why I think metals are one of them. Yes. Silver is one. Platinum is another one. Palladium is one. One that seems to be popular, and I'm not that much of a fan. The world thinks copper is next. I think that story is right. I just think that's a crowded trade. If you notice, all the trades that got themselves crowded, they had to wash out first. We had platinum wash out. We had palladium wash out. We had gold really didn't wash up. Gold is different. Gold and silver used to be back to back. If you trade gold to silver, you trade the same kind of view. Gold is an alternative currency now. Silver, platinum, palladium, even copper, they're industrial metals based on speculative demand. That's very different. So I don't trade silver and gold the same anymore. But you need to wash out. So watch yourself.
All right, next one here. A lot of people are asking where do you expect silver to go in your purchase?
I just told you I'm keeping mine. This
Keeping.
is what I'm keeping. Okay, this silver that I bought down here, the other ones I had all intention to trade because volatility has to catch up. When you get the largest commodity move in history from here to here in one day, okay, all that's going to make it, that's a 5-foot wave going to a 20-foot wave, going to a 40-foot wave. How do you know how to manage that? You don't. So you're going to be spooking people out up and down. It's going to be bobbing and bobbing. This took all the waves out. This took everybody out of the market that was, you know, in a nice way, everybody drowned. Everybody said, that's it. I can't be in this. So now I want to be in it because everybody in that elevator got washed out. This was it on Thursday night. So I'm holding my silver. And I told you my plan. I want to hold it till the end of March, till the end of February. I want to see what happens when we get to delivery month.
Joshua, part of our group, is asking about PAASF.
SF, okay. Joshua, one of the biggest gentlemen in our group. PAASF, we leave that to the group. Okay, then I'm not going to talk about that here.
All right. We have Kenny saying silver will be 200 or more before July 4th.
Good. That's my birthday. That would be a nice present. Yes. Anything can happen in silver. But the anything, I think, is the upside, not the downside. So I think you're right.
All right. How about we go cover the other metal stocks and futures?
We got a lot of stuff to talk about here.
A lot of people talking about palladium, gold.
Palladium, gold. That's right.
Platinum.
Gold. Yes, platinum. Okay. We bought platinum Thursday night. You know, we bought platinum right here. Okay. And again, I know you guys maybe think I'm making all this stuff up. I'm just going to go back. You know what? Just because it's, you know, I could understand if someone says, you know what, this guy is full of it. Okay. Well, you tell me if I'm full of it. If you belong to the group, we're not full of it. Remember when I bought silver?
Yeah, let me zoom in on that.
Yeah. Okay, we bought silver, $7.20 on Thursday night. You have to ask me. What did we buy right before that at $7.06? 15 minutes of what we bought platinum at the 1890 area. We bought platinum down there. Okay, and platinum rallied $200. We wait for these spots. And who asked about palladium? I should have bought palladium too. Okay, that went to a perfect spot also. Okay, but let me tell you something. When these things, they're not going down, they're free falling. And this is also when Bitcoin was free falling. It's all you see on social media. Bitcoin, crypto, the stock market, everything is going to wash out. So when you go buy something, let me tell you something. You know, if you're not comfortable, it's too hard to trade. Okay, but platinum was another one that we like down there. I'm going to show you. So what you do when those opportunities pop up. Put that back and get back here. The other metals we want to talk about. Okay, now let's go to palladium, which I also think held an unbelievable level. Okay, now believe me, is you got to put your stones on the line when it free falls. You know, you say, I don't know how many stones I got, but let me tell you, when I'm buying it, I'm still not uncomfortable. That was a spot. Okay, now we have a couple of equities that we trade that's going to give you the same. It'll give you exposure to palladium. Okay, but this thing is another one, and that also closed well. This one I would hold on to too. Palladium down here, I think, is such value that it's value when it used to be cost to carry down here, and we've had this on a couple of times. Palladium, if you remember last year, all the commodities we traded, it was a home run commodity. We caught the commodity futures twice. So we got a pulse on palladium pretty well. I think that's incredible value. And the thing with palladium is if it does get on its horse, this is not a move. No. This thing goes like you've never seen it. I've been trading palladium for 30 years now, and I know what can happen in palladium.
What would be the ticker for this one?
Yes. Okay. That's March palladium futures. Okay. Now, what I would do, if you're looking at futures here, PAH26, because it's cheap, I would go right to June. Now, you got to check the liquidity. I would buy June palladium futures if I'm looking to buy palladium now. I wouldn't buy March because you're going to be rolling it in 3 weeks.
All right, let's see what other ones here. USAR.
USAR. Now we're going to the equity part. Going to stocks. Rare earth. We bought rare earth last week. We're looking to buy more, and I should have bought more yesterday, but you could see in the morning, you really got to be selective where you're in. Okay, we have it on. I should have added, but I didn't add, and now it looks like it's got a chance to bounce. But this is one that the public is in. I don't like being in the ones all in or having a large position in something that the public has on, because you see how fast it comes down. Okay, we talked about this last week. Didn't we say this setup looks exactly like that setup, right? And everybody got lubed up, and what happened? It went in everybody's face. It went lubed up, it went in everybody's face. Now we put it on, somewhere around here we bought it. Okay, I should have added, but I'm still worried that you could still have one of these and then go lower. But look at it, guys. We made a whole video about this. We talked about this last Saturday. So I have it on. I think it made itself a little buoyant. Stock market, if it does hold, and this should probably go right back up.
Okay, so we have a lot of people asking in the chat here.
Yeah.
How do I join your group? How do I get your trades? How do I stay updated with your thoughts?
Okay. Very easy as far as staying on the trades. We just showed you that. Discord. We're on Discord. You belong to this group. You're on this. Okay. I just gave you an example of futures.
Let me come on the left here.
Okay. This is when we trade futures, guys. You want to trade futures. When we trade equities, we got this kind of trade alert. We tell you when we're trading stocks. Okay. Where are we?
Oh, February 4th.
February 3rd, 2 o'clock. What do we do here at 2 o'clock that I'm talking about? ARAC. We bought that in the pre-market. Coeur d'Alene. Right. See, we like Mosaic a lot. We like the fertilizer because we like that sector. We bought gold stocks. As you can see, we were buying everything. We're not making it up. We bought another gold stock. We bought something that's got a little antimony in it. MP. Here's one I want to tell you. Okay, this is MP Materials. As you can see, I quoted here. We've waited weeks for this spot, and then we bought MP at 56.50. Think about it, we waited for weeks. I got a list, and we are patient. Okay, this is on the 5th. I don't even know, what was today's date?
7th.
This is 2 days ago. 2 days ago. What we bought? MP 56.50. I'll tell you when we're trading. Okay, now let's go to MP. You see MP?
MP, right there at the bottom.
Oh boy, thank you. Okay. Okay, guys, just to give you an example. You know what that spot is? Not kidding around. 56.50. We waited for the spot, and then we traded it. Okay, but see how you wait? This is how you get a chance to trade. You see that? The whole group, whatever we got. I'm not trying to keep it quiet. How many members we got now? Not members, but part of the group. I think everybody bought MP there. Okay, this is if you belong to it. If you belong to the group, this is what you get privy to. And you can see we waited weeks for this. Okay, instead of buying it up here when everybody was lubed up, now you got the one opportunity, and we grabbed it. Okay, I'm just giving you examples because that's what it seems you guys. You want to see how you can get in. You want to join. This is what you're privy to. Okay, it's not privy. We work as a team. Okay, that's just one example.
Okay, do members get a view with current position lists? Yes.
Yes, of course. We're going to show you that now. Want to go to the log?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, guys. You guys are asking the perfect questions today. This is our log. This is what we trade. Okay, for the year. Okay, it shows up 41% because those are closed trades. Okay, this is 5 weeks into the year. We're up about 25% for the year. Right now, 25%. And I'm serious, we haven't even been hot. We haven't even been active. I'm being truthful. If you follow the group and you're following us, you know we made last year, right? We made 340%. Everything is here. You don't have to listen to me. Go ask anybody in the group how they did. They'll tell you every story. Look at this year. And in my opinion is I haven't been right yet. Okay? I haven't been aggressive yet. We're up 25% for the year. People be 25% for the whole year, they'd be happy. We're up 25% in 5 weeks, and we haven't been hot. What do we trade? Platinum, fertilizer, wheat, natural gas, crude oil, soybeans. Okay, you want to look at the trades we just put on. We put on a lot of trades so far because we're putting them on in pieces. We made adjustments. Okay, but yeah, you get to see. Okay, just the latest ones. You want to see the latest ones we did? Here we go. I'm going to go into that one, but TMC, platinum futures. I'm not making it up. Platinum futures, silver futures. We don't make these trades up. Okay, MP. Yeah, MP I just told you about. See what I mean, guys? Coffee, wheat, orange juice, AREC. Okay, notice the theme, commodities, resources, that's what we're looking to buy. CDE, you asked me about, gold stocks, Heckler, HL, they're all here, guys. Okay, we're not making it up. This is our logbook. You belong to the group, get to look at this anytime you want. You should be looking at this. This gives you an idea of the gauge, the position size.
All right, so guys, if you're looking to join our group to follow Joe's thoughts and trades that he puts out, you're looking over his shoulder, so he never recommends any.
Yep.
Our website, we can put up the website. Our website is RNTR.trading.
Yep. That's us,
our
guys.
websites.
RNTR.trading. Okay. Risk of not taking risk. That's in case you're looking for that.
That's our logo.
Yes. Okay. This is what you do.
This is our site.
You see what you get. Part of Discord chat. You belong to the chat all day. Yeah. We get in-depth market analysis. You trade alerts, so you have to look and listen to me all day. You just get the alerts when I'm looking to trade. You get to see, I'll show you Guy Adami from CNBC on Thursdays, a Q&A. Ask him anything you want. The guy's been on fire. On fire. We have midday clips because we're traders, we're not investors. So what we think about 7 a.m. in the morning changes at 11 a.m. We put out a clip, make adjustments. People like this. Okay. We also have our different strategies, our different management that we do. Something we did yesterday, which we do very rarely because we love trading options if they're attractive. But in the market now, we have an options boot camp that teaches you how to price options. So there's very rare you get opportunities if you're a buyer of options. We bought something yesterday. I'm going to tell you about it today. Okay, why? The opportunity was there. So this is what you get. You quit anytime. Okay, it's a different way of trading. And you can see it's a little bit aggressive. You got to make a little bit of a commitment. But look at the returns. 2 years ago, we made over 100%. Last year, we made over 300%. This year, we're 5 weeks in with 25%. We're not making it up. I'm not making it up, guys. I'm not here to give you guys a story. If you check with the group, ask anybody how they're doing.
There's a lot of people in the chats here fending for you.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys on Saturday morning get a chance to get your questions in. Yes. Okay, I'm not making it up, guys. It's here. And my opinion is it's going to get better, not worse. The money is rotating. This is the point I'm going to try to make when we finish with some of these questions.
We just want a summary here. There's a question. How does a normal day in Discord look for you?
Okay. You want to put it up, maybe?
Yeah, you can do that.
We're back on Discord. This is me. Okay. This is only me putting on my trade ideas. Okay. All day, you see that's on the 5th. So in the morning, early in the morning, I put out my opinion. Okay. See what's going on. Okay. Guys, you don't need the Super Bowl. This is better than the Super Bowl. And I really believe that. Sunday night, let me tell you something. Yeah, you're going to watch the national anthem, but at 6 o'clock, I'm watching where the prices of gold and silver is going to be. Okay. This is what we do all day. I put my comments out. Then you have questions and answers all day. There's a general chat. The group just keeps talking away. Okay. Questions all day. Don doesn't stop. Okay. This is what we do when we trade futures. I showed you what we do. Only give you alerts. Sometimes you got to get up in the middle of the morning. We trade coffee. We'll trade platinum. We'll trade copper. Oil. Sometimes get up in the middle of the night. Let me tell you something. It's worth it. Every time we trade, we tell you what we're doing. That's a trade alert. Okay. When we trade futures, you could see any time of the day. Okay. You know what makes me feel good? After we do the trade, we see these things. I'm not an emoji guys. Thumbs up, hearts on fire, because we're catching these things. You wait, and then what happens? Platinum goes in the spot. You wait, silver goes in the spot. Okay? This is how we do these things, guys.
So we have questions.
Go ahead.
People who do not trade futures.
Right.
And commodities, as an equities trader, can you tell how you did with equities last year?
Yeah.
And year to date?
Let's see. Last year, equities probably about 180, 190%, and about 150 in futures. This year, I don't know, maybe 15 in equities and maybe 10% in futures, to start the year. I know people don't want to trade futures, and I don't blame you. You're in a different league. Okay, you're going from 30 miles an hour to 130 with the chances to go to 230. So I try to find equities that'll give you not the same levered trade, but it'll get you it'll give you exposure in that idea. And then we have equities on. We have equities on to trade platinum, palladium. We have equities on to trade silver, equities to trade oil, equities to trade grains.
All right. So if anyone's confused on how to join, we're going to cover this one more time. Put join in the chat. We'll go over the website and how you can sign up. The website is also at the top of our social media page. That's how you join.
This is us, right?
Yeah. So I'm just going to wait for them to...
Okay. Guys, it's an alternative way to look. In my opinion, is the first quarter, the opportunities are going to be set up. But because of what's going on and people still haven't recognized it yet, which in my opinion is a rotation. So if there's a rotation, it means a lot of these sectors are not going to be able to handle those dollars coming into another sector. And I've traded commodities, like I said, 4 decades. I think I know which commodities are cheap. I'll also know which commodities don't have the capacity to take on this rotation money. And that means it's going to be events. And what's the best thing in the world? To be on the right side of an event. Okay. And I think that's going to happen. I think we're in for an incredible 6 months coming up.
All right. So we got a couple people saying we're looking to join. Guys are going to put the website up right here. So please write that down or take a screenshot. RNTR.trading is our website. That is our only website. Remember, we will not contact you to join us. We will not message you. We will not give you anything without you messaging us first. There's a lot of scammers out there that try to imitate us and try to be us. So be mindful of that. Be very mindful.
We get back to you guys. You contact us, we get back to you with the link, with an email, with an invite to the Discord chat. That's the way it goes. Okay? Anything else is not us. So keep that in mind. If you don't see us getting back to you with all those, somebody's playing, just keep your eyes open. That's all.
Yep. All right. So I think that covers it. So we're going to go back to stocks, guys. A lot of people still talking about like the futures. They want to look in coffee.
Coffee. You want to look at coffee. I want to hide because that's one that I got us in coffee. And yesterday was the move that extended too far to me that I think we get stretching. And that's one of the commodities that are going to stretch, get you out, and you're going to have a move that you won't recognize, which is something that we saw in natural gas about a month ago. I think it's something we're going to see in cocoa in a few weeks. And it's something we're going to see in coffee and probably the same thing in a few weeks. This setup, coffee setup, was exactly the setup we've seen in natural gas. And if you followed us, we made a video about this. And this was on a Friday. I said, guys, I've seen a curveball that I was taught how to look for. I haven't seen it in years. And we caught the curveball. Look what happened in natural gas. Look at this. I'm not making this up. Believe me, if you were a part of the group, I said it was a Friday. I said, guys, I haven't seen this in a while. Look what happened. I think the same thing is going to happen. And let me finish this. There's a reason I do this. I think the same thing is going to happen in cocoa. Cocoa had the same thing. And I think this week coming up is going to tell the tale. And all this thing has to do is sit. And I think you're going to see one of these moves up. Coffee, same thing as setting up like cocoa set up. You got to let it run its course. Now, this is an extreme move. This, I could understand. This was when it's hard to stay in the game. So it's very hard. We started putting coffee on here and here. And I'm going to start to put a little more on here. Or not a little more, I have my increments that I put it on. But if there's another stretch. Now this, what all you need from here is a reversal. Once it reverses, it's like a bungee jump. And then you got a nice trade coming in. Okay, that's why you don't go all in. You take your time.
All right, let's see what else we have here. Some people are asking about OJ.
OJ's, you know what? OJ is down. The frozen concentrated orange juice that Minute Maid used to make, you're buying, you add water. Well, they're discontinuing that. So there's liquidation in contracts. So that's what's going on. I think OJ, we dabble down here. We may do it again. I'm not too sure if I want to be in OJ at this point. Okay? It's in an area where it should hold, but you got to realize that there's no you're taking part of the business away that's going away. It's a very small part of the business, but that's the reason why I went down. We put a piece, tiny. Okay, OJ's been good to us. We caught OJ twice last year. Okay, we just bought a small piece. We're not committed in this. And actually, if it bounces, I'm probably going to get us out because I don't know if I want to be in OJ anymore as it starts to lose open interest.
Next one, SBSW.
SBSW, that was a home run trade twice last year. We had 2 home runs in stocks, both of them SBSW. We don't have it now. We want to get in. I think I might have missed my chance. Okay, same thing. Okay, we caught this thing twice. I mean, you know what we did last year. We went all in here, sold it. Went all in here, sold it. Bought a piece again, almost all in, and then sold it here. And then we didn't have any of this. And now we're waiting for it to come down. I wanted it to come down a little bit more. I was going to buy it. I think I might have missed it, but I want to be back in SBSW. You know my opinion. I think this one can go to the moon.
Okay. Next
I tell
here.
you the truth. I tell you exactly what my positions are. Okay, if you want to know in depth or comprehensive, you got to join the group.
Next one here is from OMG. Let's see. Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, well, like Netflix down here, it's okay. The reason I'm in it longer than normal because Guy Adami recommended it, and let me tell you, not right. You know, he gave us an opinion, and Guy's been hot. I remember last time he was wrong. So we bought Netflix higher. We added a piece down here. I'm looking for a trade. According to Guy, this has a big bounce, and he hasn't been wrong on anything yet. So that's why I have it on. I got Netflix on. I added a piece. We bought some, I think, at 90, and then down here at 80. Okay, pieces and pieces. I'm looking to trade it, but when the guy has a track record like that, before I'm going to get out, it's happened before, where I see some things and come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, say, oh my God, he was right again. So that's why I'm going to keep it.
Stinky Pinky's asked about RIG.
Rig, our favorite stock last year, we had it on. We don't have it on now, and now it's starting to go. Rig looks good. Okay, we had it on between 2 and 3. We said we traded 2 and 3. We'll sell it between 4 and 5, and we did. And then we don't have it on this year. Now it's kind of broken out. What a disgrace. You know, we had this on all year. We said once between here and here, don't look at it. And we had it on large. And then it started to go. We sold a piece, and got out of the whole thing. And now it looks like it's going. And this has got room. This has got room if it's going to go. I don't have it on, but it's got room.
Do you see oil to go down?
I think oil is going to decide the next week or two if it's going to recalibrate higher. You know our opinion. We thought oil's been in a range for a year, and it's worked for us. Now we're at the high end of the range. We're going to see but the fundamentals here, the spreads, which I read a lot, are telling me that the market, you know, literally 7 days ago here, the market went home very long oil because there was a problem in Iran. Looked like something was going to happen. Nothing happened, and oil broke down on Monday. Okay, but now it's holding. It should have broke down more. So it's kind of telling me that the fundamentals may have changed. The high 50s or the mid 50s may not be a bottom anymore. It might be the low 60s. Okay, if it is, then oil's got room on the upside. The fundamentals and the way I read the market, the way I was taught, tells me oil is getting out of the 50s area. It might be in the 60s to 70s area.
Jay is saying, I'm from the Philippines. Can you do a gold analysis, please?
Gold, yeah. Come on. You can ask me anything. But
Thank you for watching us from the Philippines.
we think gold is very different. We talked about this a few times. Gold and silver forever has been the same thing. You either buy gold or you buy silver. Now it's different. We think gold is an alternative currency that's in its first, second, third inning. So it's just accumulating. I think gold is going to continue to go higher. It sits for a long time, and then it goes. Then it sits for a long time, and then it goes. Now, this is all parabolic, so that's why it came down so sharply. But we still think it can sit, and then it's going to go again. I still think over time, you know, there's no physical problem in gold. Okay, I think that'll be the next problem. But right now, I think gold is just only going to go higher. You don't have to be in a. You don't got to chase. We see all people chasing. 5,500 went to 4,500. Let me tell you something. $1,000 you lost in gold. Gold was a $2,000 commodity for decades. How quickly $1,000 can move in gold. I think gold inevitably is going to be a lot higher.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. We say, do you watch SoFi?
SoFi now, not enough to have an opinion.
Okay, Japanese yen.
Yes, we have an opinion, Japanese yen, and I've been wrong. And I'm going to make a decision this week if I'm going to stay in it. Okay, the yen should have went. Okay, this was the setup that I thought was going to go. I think we grabbed it. I don't know. I got it off from here. Now it's down here, and it's not really doing much. If it doesn't work, then I get out. Okay, I don't sit there and just let things linger. Okay, if I think I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Right now, I thought I would have been right, and I should have been right by now. So now I'm at a point where I'm deciding I'm giving it a little bit more time. But if I'm wrong, I'm getting out of the position.
Next one, a lot of people are asking about SMCI.
SMCI, that's one we traded, and we're only going to continue to trade. It looks good. I don't have it on now because I traded it a few times. Right here. Now it's broken out. This thing looks fantastic. Okay, it is on my list. Hang on a second. Yes. So if it does pull back, I have a spot for the group that I want to get back into SMCI, but I don't have it now. Like I said, we traded a couple of bought it here, sold it here, bought it here, sold it here. Earnings came out, which I don't think down here it doesn't deserve that much focus to earnings. Okay, you got prices before you look at earnings. Okay, if it's up here and earnings come out, isn't it a different scenario? So you got to look at the price before you look at earnings, in my opinion. Okay, I like SMCI. I won't chase it. If it goes, it's going to go without me.
Next one, NAK.
NAK is another one. I think this one is going to trade a range, but this one's going to go. Okay, we've traded this, I think, 3 times this year. We took out 50 cents 3 times. I think we grabbed it. I think we grabbed it here. We sold it here. Then we grabbed it here. And then we sold it up here. And now we're back in. I still think this one, I'm thinking soon, right? That doesn't mean like next week, but soon this is going to be one that's just going to keep going. I think this is one that's going to get on people's radar. But I'm still going to try to take 40, 50 cents out of it. If you could do that 2 or 3, we already did it twice. So do it 3 times. I'm taking $50, $1.50 out of a $2 stock. I'll do that all day.
Next one, how do you keep your portfolio balanced?
Yes, you have to keep it balanced, okay? Because when you get ones that don't work, they don't influence the way you trade, okay? I never want numbers to take over my opinion. I want my opinions on what I have on. So if you're too heavy one way and it's dictating your whole portfolio P&L, you're too heavy. We try to keep it within, single digit exposure, 1, 2, 3, 5, even 6, 7, 8% in something. Okay, I'm not an all-in guy. For me to have a more than a 4 or 5% position means I like something and have it on a couple of times. I don't just go and say buy 8% of something. I don't do those things. We stay balanced and it's working.
Next one, MOS.
MOS is one we like a lot. We like the grain market. Okay, we made a video about soybeans and we traded. We sold out of our beans yesterday. We're going to put them right back on. Okay, we made videos. We put out a big thing on grains. We said this was the area in beans. We said, and this was super bullish for beans. It was the test. What happened? The president made an announcement. They made a deal. Look what happened to beans. It showed the sensitive side. We sold out of our beans. We cashed in. I'm looking to put them right back on. We like the whole grain complex. We're waiting on that. An alternative way is food processors, which is Bunge or AMD, or fertilizer. We like fertilizer. We like MOS. So we traded MOS and we put it right back on. If you belong to the group, the first day of the year, we bought MOS. We sold it out right here. And now we're putting it right. We put it on here. We put it on here. And I want to put on even more. But now with grains pulling back, I'm going to see if I can buy more MOS. But I like MOS. I think this one has got a lot of room on the upside.
Okay. How many different stocks are you invested in at a given time?
Let's see. Well, now I got about, I don't know, maybe 14, 15. We go anywhere from, I say, 10 to 30. That's why I got to stay balanced.
You have any take on Palantir?
Palantir, yeah. Yeah, we watch it very closely. We think that blew a lot of people's doors in. That's what's causing some of this rotation. Okay, this was, no matter what you said about Palantir, it was always going up, always going up, always going up. Well, okay. How do you stay in the game the beginning of the year from 180 down to 135 and even got down to 125 in that Thursday night? Okay, you tell me how you stay in that game. So I would watch myself in Palantir because if it's rotation out, then these bounces might only be bounces now and not rallies anymore. Okay, that's just my opinion. If there's a rotation, it means these dollars don't just keep coming in and coming in and coming in. Now those dollars are actually the other way around. They're going into something else. So this is one you got to pay attention to. If it's in a rotation, then these are only going to be bounces.
So a lot of people that weren't here with us in the beginning of our live are asking about the number one thing.
Silver.
Yes.
Hands down. You have to fill that one in. Yes. I don't blame you guys. Seriously. Okay. And if you've been following us and you're with the group, you should be doing pretty well. Okay. We've caught the silver. We got out of the silver. We caught the silver. We traded the silver. And now we bought it Thursday night. And this is this is not tradable silver that we bought. This is silver I'm going to keep. Okay. It's if you belong to the group. I'm going to go over it again because you know what? This is an important week coming up. Important 2 weeks, excuse me, coming up at silver. Why? Okay. You watch all our videos. So if you're here now, you've been watching it, and we've been. Silver's my baby, and my baby's been nice to me. Okay. We explained the parabolic. We explained the down. We explained how the people that don't belong in this thing are going to get caught both ways and starts to bob. So we said a buy here had to be sold in the low 90s, way to get into the low 90s, and we waited. We waited for Thursday night. We just showed it, and we bought it right here. Not exaggeration. If you go look it up. Okay, go look it up. It's on our chat. We just go to the beginning of the video. Showed you where we bought it. But this is not a tradable silver for me. The silver I bought here, I am going to hold. I think this one has got room. I think now silver did what it had to do. It got enough people out. Okay, this was the bounce. This was the largest commodity movement in history. Okay, you spooked them out. Then when you made a new low, he was like, "This is not for me." It's kind of people saying, "Listen, I don't belong in this left lane. Get me out." So they're out. So now that you got them out, now the fundamentals take over. I follow the fundamentals of silver. I follow the plumbing of silver. I could not explain it to you. I couldn't explain it to some of the smartest people on the planet because I'm doing this longer than anyone else. It's only experience. Okay. This is the one thing I actually could say I think I got more experience in than anyone when it comes to silver. Everything else, forget it. I'm a listener. This one, everything I'm saying.
We have a question to follow up with
Yeah.
your silver trade.
Go ahead.
How do you spot an entry like this
Yes. Well,
in a market like this?
These are my little, this is my secret sauce.
All right. So, guys, if you want part of that secret, that's for the group.
Yes. Yes. You don't have to believe me. Ask the group. They'll tell you. We want to be in all of January. I said, guys, you got to wait. You got to wait. You got to wait. I mean, how many times people going, I can't believe you're bullish silver and it's going to explode. I said, well, you watch. When this thing breathes, you won't be able to touch the sides. Now it's there. Now we're going to be silver traders.
All right. Next one here, PLG.
PLG is something that we all kept with the group, but now we ask about it every week, so we're going to follow it up. We like PLG. We like accumulating down here. This gives you a little platinum and palladium exposure that we want. Okay, so we think palladium washed out Thursday and bounced. So did platinum and bounced. We think this is going to bounce right away. Right away.
Okay. People still ask, do you think silver is going to go down more?
No, I think that was it. I think $65 was it. I think you're seeing the bottom in silver.
Next one, Valley.
Valley's another one. That's, we've had this on, and it kept paying us to stay long. I don't have it now. I don't want to get back, but this was our cash cow. This was our largest position for last year. Was our largest position. The year before, it might have been our largest position too. We just had it on, never uncomfortable. Got paid 10% to be long, and look at it go, 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 and it's still going to keep going. Believe me, this is the one that always pays. If you have Valley on, enjoy it. Okay, this was our biggest position last year. We cashed it in. At the end of the year, we cashed everything in. Not too bad, huh? And you get paid to be long.
Which way do you think the overall market could go?
Stock market? No, you see, that's very different. It's a tough question to answer because I think the market is going through a rotation. So there is no direction. It's just dollars going from here to here, and that's hard to recognize. So if you see the big names, people are always making money, being long NVIDIA, Palantir, Google, Microsoft. They're not making money in that anymore. So in their opinion, the market's going down. Well, is the market going down? S&P, Dow Jones, making new highs because it's going somewhere else. And you have to, by the time people recognize it, I think it might be too late. We recognize it at the beginning of the year.
Okay, IMPUY.
Yes, it's another way of being long some platinum and palladium, but that stays with the group.
All right. I think that covers our questions today. Guys, we're going to go over our website real quick. Over 1 second. Yep.
Okay. This is us, guys. There's no fooling around here. You can see everything you asked. This is very transparent. I'm sure there's a lot of group members on now. You have to listen to me. They'll back me up. This is very clean. We're never uncomfortable. We see things move. We wait. I think what we've learned as a group is patience and balance. For years, it was patience. Last year, it was balance. Because then you look, if you don't have balance, then numbers are going to influence the way you think. Numbers don't influence the way I think. I have an opinion on what I like, what I don't like. If I don't like it, I don't care where it is. Take the loss, take the gain, whatever it is. But I'm not going to say, oh, well, because I bought it here, it's down here, I got to get out. No. Because it's here and I got to get down here, it's because I don't like it anymore, not because the numbers are influencing me. That's the difference in the group. And if you ask the group, that's the difference of us compared to anyone else. This is how you join. This is what you get. I told you everything you got. You want to read charts the way I read charts, we have a special boot camp. You want to price options, which I am, in my opinion, if you're only an options trader, usually a buyer of options, you are so mispriced. You are giving so much money away. We have a boot camp for that. Okay. We don't trade options unless they're attractive or they give you value. Yesterday was one. We bought options yesterday in something. We bought calls in something as a group. Believe me, it's very rare we do that. Last year we did it maybe 3 or 4 times. Once was, and 2 years ago we did it twice. Once was a 3x, one was a 10x. Okay, last year I think we 4 times we traded options. 2 of them were like 2x or 3x. The other 2 they didn't work. Okay, you overpriced. You got to know how to price them. We have a boot camp that'll teach you. We trade options.
All right, I think that covers it.
Okay, this is where we stand. Look at what you get, guys. And you can quit anytime you want. Think about it. This is what's going to cost you to get a look and say, wow, this is a very different way of trading. And I can seriously think about it. I told you, we've been quiet this year. We're up to 25%. 25%. In this January 1st, you said, I want to make 25% this year. Where do I sign? Okay, we are 5 weeks in. You sign, you cash in, go enjoy the rest of the year. That's not the way we think. I don't think we're ever going to have what we did last year, 340%. I mean, that's out of control. But we caught everything right. But you can still steadily make it, and the opportunities are here.
All right. I think that covers all our questions for today.
We're back here Wednesday, 8:30, and then we're back Friday at 8:30 and back here next Saturday. Guys, I'm not kidding around. These last couple of weeks, you could hear in my voice. There is opportunities coming up. You join the group, you're going to watch these opportunities. We're going to make a couple of clips. We'll show you, put it out there. But in the group, we'll get comprehensive. And it might be worth your while to be involved in February and March here. I'll see you on Wednesday.